Have you ever wished you could reset your life, quiet the noise, restore your focus, and wake up more centered, more grounded, without lifting a finger? What if I told you your mind is still listening, learning, and adapting, even while you sleep? What if the way you end your day becomes the blueprint for how you live the next? You see, most people go to bed trying to escape the day. But what if the real power lies in meeting it with wisdom, right before you close your eyes? What you think before you sleep isn't just background noise. It's an instruction manual for your subconscious. When you fall asleep in chaos, your mind begins to normalize it. When you fall asleep in clarity, your mind begins to rebuild from it. And here's where Stoicism meets neuroscience. The Stoics, men like Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus, understood that the last thoughts of the day were not throwaway moments. They were anchors. Anchors that held the self steady, even through storms. They believed that your character is not only built in action, but in thought. And the most powerful thoughts are the ones whispered in silence, when the world has turned off, and you're left alone with your mind. Here's the truth. Your mind doesn't stop working when you sleep. It slows down, it changes rhythms, but it keeps absorbing. That final 15 minutes before you drift off, it's the most absorbent your subconscious will ever be. And what you feed it during that time matters more than you think. Most people don't realize they're rehearsing pain. They replay regrets. They repeat failures. They marinate in self. And then they wonder why they wake up feeling heavy, anxious, or stuck. But you're not stuck. You're just conditioned. Conditioned by unexamined thoughts. Here's the alternative. Instead of falling asleep with chaos, you fall asleep with virtue. You fall asleep with stillness, with thoughts that strengthen you, not drain you. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing what thoughts deserve space in your mind overnight. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Your soul takes on the color of your thoughts." So what color are your thoughts at night? Let's go deeper. Science has shown that the mind is neuroplastic, meaning it can be reshaped. But it doesn't change through force. It changes through repetition. Every belief you hold is a thought you've rehearsed. Every insecurity you carry is a thought you've fed. And every moment you feel peace is a sign that clarity is possible. Now imagine this. Instead of letting your day spill into the night, you guide the transition. You say to your mind, this is what we're focusing on now. Not fear, not failure, but strength, stillness, perspective. The Stoics practiced this nightly. They called it reflection. But it wasn't about judgment. It was about alignment. Seneca would review his day and ask, where did I act without reason? Where did I give in to anger or fear? Not to punish himself, but to redirect his mind, so that even while resting, his soul was training. He understood, sleep doesn't pause your life. It extends it inward. Let me ask you something. What is the last thing you think about before sleep? Is it something real, or something imagined? Is it something useful, or something corrosive? Are you feeding your future, or feeding your fear? These questions matter, because your nervous system responds. Your breath, your heart rate, your emotional state, they all react to what the mind rehearses, especially when it's quiet, especially when it's unfiltered. And here's a secret the world forgets. Discipline isn't just about routines. It's about mental rehearsal. Every person you admire for their calm, their clarity, their confidence. They didn't stumble into that, they trained for it. In quiet moments, when no one was watching, when their mind was soft, when they could choose what to believe. This is the training. Not in front of a crowd, not in a crisis, but in your bed at night when the world has finally stopped talking. So what do you do with this time? You replace the noise. You gently release the day. You stop rehearsing what broke you, and you begin rehearsing what rebuilds you. A single thought, repeated with intention, can shape your entire identity. Not all at once, but gradually, like water carving stone. And the more you return to it, the deeper it goes. And eventually, that thought becomes your default. Not fear, not doubt, but something better. Something rooted. Try this tonight, before sleep. Say to yourself, I am not what happened today. I am what I choose to carry forward. I cannot control all outcomes, but I can control my response. I will rest not because I'm escaping, but because I'm rebuilding. Plato once said, the first and best victory is to conquer self. That victory doesn't happen in war. It happens in stillness, in self-dialogue, in the thoughts you're thinking right now. Don't underestimate them, because what you repeat, you become. And your mind is listening, especially when you're not trying to control it. This is where change begins. Not in a motivational video, not in a book, not even in therapy, but in that quiet space between wake and sleep, when the filters are off, when the guards are down, when your subconscious is finally ready to receive. What are you giving it? Are you feeding it the stories that keep you small, or the truths that make you whole? The Stoics believed in aligning the soul with reason. That meant choosing thoughts that could stand the test of time. So instead of I'm behind in life, say I'm exactly where growth needs me. Instead of I'm not enough, say I have enough to begin. Instead of I can't handle this, say what's within me is stronger than what's around me. These aren't affirmations, they're reminders, anchors, mental blueprints. So when life storms in, your mind doesn't collapse, it returns. Remember this. Your mind doesn't rest while you sleep. It trains. So give it the curriculum. Don't let the world decide what gets repeated. You choose. Choose thoughts that bring you back to center, remind you who you are, elevate your perspective, strengthen your peace. Because when you sleep in strength, you rise in clarity. And if this resonates, if this helps even in a small way, there's a simple, no-pressure way you can support this space. Click subscribe. It's free, and it helps us keep delivering content like this to others who might need it tonight. Now, breathe. Let the day go. Let your mind be guided not by fear, but by virtue. You are not what you've done. You are what you're becoming. And becoming begins in how you choose to fall asleep tonight.